Well, hello everyone. I'm Rob Schultz from Audacious Audio and audaciousaudio.com, and welcome to our very first show. We're so excited to be leveraging all these video, audio, and online gadgets to be able to bring you this very first version of our online video show. Now, the primary thing that we want to do with this show is, sure, like every other podcast, we want to give you information. We want to give you hard-hitting, cutting-edge tips on audio, video, blogging, traffic, and internet marketing. But the one thing that's really missing out there in the world of internet marketing is a sense of humor. A lot of these guys just take themselves way too seriously. Maybe they're making too much money and they're a little too nervous about making mistakes. But there's a lot of hype and there's not a lot of personality out there, at least with the major folks. So we do want to give you all the great information, but we do want to do it with a smile and a sense of humor, and we are perfectly willing to slay a few sacred cows in the process. So, having said that, I can't think of anyone who is more qualified to do all of those things than my co-host. He is the author of the book Blog Wild, A Guide to Small Business Blogging. He's been in a number of major media, including the Wall Street Journal, Fortune Small Business, the list goes on and on and on. So I'm excited, and I'm sure you will too once you hear him, to have and welcome Mr. Andy Wibbles. Andy?
Hello there, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are things in Chicago today?
It's hot and it's humid. I have the air conditioners on and it's still humid, so like the air is thick.
Okay. Well, here in LA, we're very lucky. We have the June gloom, even though it's not June yet. We have the early morning overcast, so it's keeping us cool. But anyway, I know you got some good stuff for us. So why don't you take it away?
Yeah, a post I did on my blog a couple weeks ago was on having a freak filter. Because in every business, every industry, every profession, there are people who are generally just idiots and they won't stop bothering you. So you have to put in a pretty tightly honed freak filter that will keep the crazies out so you can focus on the customers and clients that you really want to serve. I know that Michael Port calls this the red velvet rope policy. I forget what other people call it, but it's really about having different tests that keep, it's sort of customer hazing to make sure you keep the freaks at bay. I know I got an email today. Somebody said, oh hey, can you write about blogging for my blog and just send it to me and I'll post it. With no, not how many subscribers they have, not who the hell they are, not why I should. So I usually am very polite. I said, well, I'm really a bit busy right now and I can't do this in the near term. And I thought, oh, good, that was my polite due diligence, done. No, they emailed me back and said, well, just write something up and I'll post it. Who the hell do these people think they are? I mean, really, there's a contact form is just evidently an invitation for the freaks to come into your life. It's really pretty strange.
So you need a very strong kind of electronic entourage around you to weed out the folks who really don't have any business or aren't really ready for you, and let in the ones who are. Yeah,
people that say, oh hey, I'm doing something, can you promote it? Why? I don't know you. You've never talked to me ever in my life. Why should I do that? I don't know you. It's weird. It's weird. It's strange.
Exactly. So you really want people who do get in touch with you to at least to make it worth your while to get back to them. I mean, it's fairly simple, and most people don't do it.
Right, and it seems logical, but I think that in the online world, we just assume that I can request things of anybody, and it's going to automatically happen because I want it really bad.
Exactly. Well, that's kind of what we're led to believe, that if you think it, it will happen.
Well, yeah, if you think it will happen, but sometimes God says no, or sometimes you thought the wrong thing, or sometimes you just didn't clap hard enough for Tinkerbell to come back to life. So
exactly. That was very.
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That was very cool. I mean, that's something that I think a lot of us have felt a frustration, and I know with my own list I feel a little guilty about it, because it's like, well, I'm a a marketer or a coach, so I should be nice at all times. And sometimes it's just, you just don't have time to do that.
You're right, yeah. The customer is not always right. Sometimes the customer doesn't even know what they're doing.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's not up to you to fix that.
Exactly.
And then what were you going to share on the talk today?
Oh yeah. Well, the one thing that I wanted to mention was something I would call truth in internet marketing. And I don't know if that's an oxymoron or not, but it came. The whole topic came to me. I was looking through a lot of my stuff. I get a lot of. Everyone gets a lot of email. Every now and then I'll get some actual snail mail from an internet marketer. And this was a CD that was touting a workshop that this marketer was having, and it was all about success stories that people who'd taken previous workshops from them had achieved. So I kind of got excited, and I put the CD into the CD player. And the thing that was very interesting is that I knew a lot of people that were testifying to the success of the program. Now, the key here is not that they weren't successful with the program. So it's not like they were lying. These people did achieve, it is believable these people did achieve the success with the program. The problem I had was I knew who some of these people were, and some of these people were very successful before they even took the program. So it's kind of like Tom Cruise saying, I made $20 million from my last acting gig, and you can too.
Right.
It's
right.
like, no, you can't, Tom. You're in a different universe. I love the fact that you're positive and you're egging me on. So it felt a little disingenuous to me. Now the problem, and this is the challenge that I face, and maybe you face it, Andy, and a lot of the people out there also face it, is as a marketer, as someone who derives a lot of their income selling stuff online, and I know that no matter how people badly say they want to succeed and I really want to, work from home and all that stuff, push comes to shove, they will keep doing the same things they've always done.
That's right.
So in order to give them the chance to have the value of your material, you do have to push them a little bit. A lot of people, well, I don't like to market, and then, well, good for you, get a job.
Right.
Because, it's, I don't like long sales letters, I don't like to market. It's like, well, then, I hope you have an inheritance somewhere that's coming through for you. So the problem is not marketing. I have no problem at all with marketing. In fact, if you give me value, both for free in your e-zine and for stuff I pay for you, you can market to me all you want. Bring it on. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that as a consumer of internet products, in addition to someone who offers it, you really need to be careful about a lot of these claims. Because I'm not saying these claims are lies, but you gotta be careful, because it may be like, Tom Cruise selling an acting workshop saying, you can make the fees that I'm making. There's a little bit of kind of a shading of the truth there that we all have to be careful of.